Willie D Live.
So, Dave, this sounds like to me a person who thinks that perhaps he could be wrong, but if I apologize, then I gotta apologize for something else. So I don't want to be on the hook for.
I don't feel like I'm wrong.
I don't want to be on the hook for an apology.
I don't feel like I'm wrong.
You don't feel like you're wrong.
No, sir.
So
why can people make O.J. Simpson killing a white woman joke?
I don't think that's cool.
But it's been done.
Yeah, it's been done. It's been done, and,
So-
and there have been people. That,
so where's their-
there have been people that have been offended by those jokes. There have been people that have walked out on those jokes.
Where's their cancel campaign?
I
So
don't
here's the
think
thing.
there's a cancel campaign.
There's
for you.
definitely a cancel-
I'm not an advocate for that.
Of course, you made it like me. You did.
No,
What I'm saying,
I'm not an advocate for canceling David Lucas. I'm not an advocate for that.
I appreciate
Let
you.
me put that on.
No, sir.
Go on
I
record
don't
right
think
there.
you are, but
I'm not an advocate
I had a couple of flim flam BLM leaders, and we all know BLM is a hoax joke. You know, I had a couple of them call my mother's house, and I had just happened to be there because I was coming from Miami, Florida, and that really upset me. Call me. I'll put my number on whatever, Twitter. Call me. Leave my mom out of it. My mom's old. I retired my mama 3 years ago. Right?
Yeah.
Comedy's doing well for me, and I will continue to support my family with that. And y'all are talking about cancel me when I have 2 black daughters and a black mother, and I take care of probably like 12 people, right? But y'all talking about cancel me. So if you cancel me, what y'all want me to do? Sell drugs, rob and steal? And which one of those is doing more harm to our community? My George Floyd joke, or me out there robbing, stealing, and selling drugs and destroying more young minds?
Well, I think 2 things could be true at once.
So what 2 things are true at once, sir?
I think that anybody that's out there robbing, stealing, and killing is detrimental, and I think that a comedian that throws his people under the bus is detrimental. I think that in that particular instance, and my opinion is that you threw your people under the bus.
Did any of your rap lyrics throw people under the bus?
For the sake of appeasing, appealing to
Who
your
says
white audience.
that?
I just said it.
But I'm saying, how can you say that?
I opened my mouth.
No. I'm saying that I get the physical aspect of you saying, oh shit. I get the physical aspect of you saying that, but I'm like, who's here to say that I was doing that? I was doing that for me. Everything I do on stage is for me, sir. I don't do jokes to appeal to anybody. I do what I want, and I will continue to do what I want because that's what comedy and free speech is about. And I'll live and die on that hill. Like, let me ask you, do you regret any of your rap lyrics?
Yeah.
Are you going to be apologetic for it?
Yeah, I have been.
Why? At that moment, it meant something to you to say that.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when you know better, you do better. So I'm not.
I've only been headlining for 2 years.
But you're smarter than most people though. So you got there's a shorter curve for you. Yeah.
Thank you for acknowledging.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, trust me, bro. I mean, look. Here's the thing. Like, obviously, you're a grown man. You live in a free country. You're free to say
yes, sir.
whatever you want to say.
Yes, sir.
About anything you want to say. Speak on. But just as you have the right to say whatever you want to say, we have the right to oppose what you have to say.
Do you oppose these new rappers?
Huh?
Do you oppose
Some of them I do. Some of them are great.
You seen how disrespectful these young people are?
Yeah, well,
well,
some of them I oppose. Some of them, let me put it like this. For some of them, what they say, I oppose.
I don't oppose it because it's free speech.
I oppose some of the things they say. Yeah, but there's a such thing.
But don't try to cancel the funny guy.
But I'm not trying.
Not you, but I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Like, don't try to limit what we have to say.
Yeah, but so here's. Have you ever had a joke, a thought of a joke, and you said, "That's funny, but that's a little too far"?
No.
You never did that.
Why? Why would I stop my creative process?
So that's gonna be more of this type of shit happening with you.
Possibly.
Yeah. Okay.
Possibly.
Okay.
My special comes out March the 6th, and I was looking at it today, and I'm like, oh, they about to have some more fuel.
Okay. All right.
But like I said, it's for me. I've always done comedy for me.
When did you start comedy?
So I roughly started at about 17, 18. I was on the MTV show Yo Mama, and the head writer noticed that I had a good knack for writing jokes, and he suggested that I do stand-up, but I was an actor first. So I moved to LA. They gave me a internship at MTV, and I loosely did comedy, but I didn't take it serious. And I was doing a lot of acting gigs, and then I had a daughter real young, like at 23. So I stopped doing all entertainment to be a father. I got a factory job to make sure that my daughter was taken care of. And then the girl I was dating at the time, who is the mother of my second child, saw how miserable I was. And she said, I'll give you 1 year to chase your dreams. And I think I was 28, 29. It was like 4 or 5 years ago. So I was like 28. And she said, I'll give you 1 year to chase your dreams, and you better go out there and do it. And that 1 year was pivotal in my career. I booked a movie. I booked a commercial. I became a door guy at the legendary Comedy Store. I got on the podcast Kill Tony. And then the rest is history.
Well, congratulations for making it to the Hall of Fame for Kill Tony.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I saw that. You grew up in Macon, Georgia.
Yes, sir.
And tell us about this Macon Little Theater. You played there several times.
Yeah, I used to be very active in the community theater program in Macon, Macon Little Theater, and also Theater Macon. A lot of church plays, a lot of school plays. When I was like in high school, I think Wild 'N Out was brand new, like 06, something like that. So I would, in the cafeteria, like reenact Wild 'N Out stuff. Like I've always had a knack for entertainment. That's all I've known. I mean, I played football, and then when my football didn't work out, entertainment.
Yeah. You grew up around a bunch of rednecks, you told me.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I grew up.
How did that affect your upbringing?
It let me know that America's not as racist as the news tries to portray it, because according to that, I should be dead, right? Or at least something racist should have happened to me, according to what our people put out.
So you grew up around rednecks, and you never had a racial encounter, a racist encounter?
Never.
Never?
No, I actually have a great story for you. My family owns property out in Monroe County. I was riding my bike, my dirt bike, and it bogged out in a creek, and I couldn't get it out. And do you know what was right over the hill? A Klan rally. No lie.
And did you wander over there?
Well, I was just trying to get my dirt bike out,
right.
And I was scared as hell because I've only heard that the Klan is here to kill me. So my heart's beating fast. I'm like 12, 13 years old. And these people helped me get my dirt bike out and told me to get out of here.
Look here, nigga, we're going to help you get that dirt bike, but you don't come around here no damn more. We're going to hang you.
But I lived.
So, but you were scared to death.
I was scared as hell.
But why were you scared if there was no...
Because that's what was put into me. That you know the Klan is bad. Have you ever ran into a Klan member?
On a daily basis. I live in Texas.
Wow, sir, I'm talking about you ever ran into somebody with a damn pillow sheet over their head. You know what I'm talking about,
No.
a pillowcase.
No, I haven't.
So you never ran into a David Duke. So you only know what they've told us. And I'm not taking up for the Klan, but I'm saying this is what was put into my head, is that they were bad. And I thought I was about to die.
What do you think the premise of the KK Klan, what do you think their mission statement is?
From what I've heard, is to keep their bloodline pure. And, I mean, people often don't even know what racism means. Racism, the basis of racism is a fight for resources. That's the basis of racism, is a fight for resources. Is that not
True.
the basis?
True.
So what? So if a white person called me the N-word, he's not fighting me for resources. So is that really racist?
Well, if a white person calls you the N-word, knowing the history of that word, he's not necessarily racist, but he is a bigot.
But what opportunity did he take away from you? Has a white person ever took opportunity away from you?
Well, he could have taken the opportunity away from you to just go on about your business and be happy and have a good day.
But for you, has a white person ever took an opportunity away from you?
Yeah.
How so?
So I used to be
The boxer.
I used to be nah, not the boxer, but I used to be.
You're Bernard Hopkins, right?
Huh?
I'm joking.
Shouts out to Beehive. Shouts out to Beehive. I used to be a door-to-door salesman for the Houston Chronicle. I used to sell newspaper subscriptions.
Okay.
And my supervisor, who drove us around and let us out to go and walk the streets and stuff like that, he would drop us off in the neighborhoods where people had already had bad experiences with the newspapers and stuff like that.
So he gave you a bullshit
And then
route.
he gave us the raggedy routes. He would give the black guys the raggedy routes. And, the white guys would jump out. And some of these guys were like 14, 15 years old. I'm a grown man at this point. I'm 21, 22. So, I need to pay bills.
Right.
And so I might be out there for 4 or 5 hours, trying to get a couple sales to pay my bills. These little white kids jump out in a brand new neighborhood, get out there and write 6 orders up right quick and jump back in the van and smoke weed and ride around for the rest of the day. This was my, former supervisor.
Was it a white neighborhood?
Yeah, it was.
So that's called relativity.
Explain.
You buy from what you can relate to.
Yeah, well, I think that's part.
I don't think that's racism.
That's true in a sense because
Why you didn't go to the black neighborhood?
That's true in a sense because I buy every day myself.
Why you didn't go to the black neighborhood?
I buy every day from people that I necessarily can't relate to as far as culturally, but I relate to them as far as individuals and human beings.
Black people
so that's
don't
not
even
necessarily true.
Black people don't even like to live around black people.
Some black people don't.
When black people get money, where they move?
I'm good.
You live in a black neighborhood?
I think I'm a move. I'm a move where I'm gonna live where in the best area that my money can afford.
Why?
So I'm not going around looking to live in a white neighborhood and here's another thing.
But according to statistics, where's that gonna be?
But a lot of times we say white neighborhood, and these neighborhoods are mixed. It's not just white people. It's black people. It's white people. It's Hispanic people. It's Asian people.
What's the predominant ethnic background in your neighborhood?
It's mixed.
What do we call it?
I think probably the predominantly. I don't know because I see everybody, bro. I really can't say.
So you get it.
I probably see just as many Hispanics as I see whites. I see about the same amount of black people.
So you get it.
What do I get?
You get that we should not be seeing color. It's not that deep. It's really not. Like, I can't speak for you because you came from a different generation. But my generation, we should not be looking at color. And here's a part that was not included in the video.
I don't think we trying to look for color, bro. I don't think nobody's just walking around.
So why we still getting offended about stupid stuff?
I don't think anybody's walking around looking for color, but...
Oh, really? I can pull up some of these comments.
I don't think anybody's walking around looking for color, but nobody's naive that color exists. Nobody's naive that we live in a colorist society.
When's the last time you ran into a real racist white person living in Texas?
Probably today.
How so?
Because he was white.
But you see what I'm saying?
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm messing with y'all,
You see
man.
what I'm saying?
I'm messing with you.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm messing with you. But here's the deal. As far as like outwardly somebody, acting racist toward me, I don't get that. I don't really deal with that.
Your generation, sir.
I don't really deal with that because I'm not in. I guess I kind of on one end, I'm not in an area where, like, I'll say the police can be aggressive toward me or want to be aggressive toward me.
Why is that?
Because I'm from the hood, so I lived in the hood for a long time.
Isn't every black person from the hood?
But hold on.
There's no generational wealth.
No, well,
Not really.
everybody not from the hood.
Every black person.
My kids are not from the hood.
Let me say this: every black person that's alive right now is either from the hood or one generation away from the hood. Black people.
Not every. Come on, bro. It's not that bad.
So if you're from the hood,
Maybe a couple.
One in America, maybe 2 or 3 in America.
4 or 5.
I'm one generation away from the hood.
Yeah. Okay.
And everybody in my age demographic should only be one generation away from the hood because there was no black wealth.
Well, we had it, and they took it. We had it. We had it with Rosewood. We had it with so many other. We had it with a whole lot of. We had it with Tulsa. We had it with a lot of townships all throughout America. They came in and they destroyed those townships.
Okay.
They destroyed it. So we had it. It ain't like we ain't never had it. We had it, but they destroyed it. So we had to go back and rebuild. So that's what. So we're finally coming back around to your point.
Why do you feel like black people think the white man is their worst enemy?
I don't know if all black people think that the white man is their worst enemy. Because I don't necessarily think that the white man is my worst enemy. Mm-mm. But I do recognize that a lot of what we see that go on in this country, white men are at the head. White men do run. White men do run the prison system. They do run the court system.
So now that we know that,
they do run Congress. They do run Wall Street. So a lot of the decisions that are made in this country are made by white men. A lot of decisions that adversely affect black people are made by white men.
So now that we know that, what do we do?
Well, we continue to fight. We continue to. We don't stop. We don't just listen. Everybody has
the best thing I think a black person can do.
Anybody that's ever been wronged or feel like they've been wronged, you have a right to complain. But after you complain, you do something about it.
I don't complain.
So I think, well, that's your right. I said you have a right.
There's no reason to complain.
I didn't say you had to. I said you have a right to complain. But after you complain, you do something about it. So it is quite possible to walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. I think that it's a disservice, and it's just really disrespectful when people say, stop complaining, stop complaining. You can complain about, if you feel like you've been wrong, you can complain, but complaining have never fixed anything.
No.
So you can speak on it, but you continue to better yourself and you continue to march forward, you continue to progress. Mm-hmm. That don't mean that because somebody did you wrong, you just, sit and you wallow in grief. You get up and you get out there and
do you feel like a lot of our people do?
I think a lot of people do. Because here's the thing.
I feel like
I hear a lot of people always talking about, see, here's the thing. A lot of times I hear people talking about black people always complaining. Bro, go on any of these websites, Yahoo especially.
Sir, you're showing your age. Yahoo?
Yahoo. I go to all of them.
Yeah. I have not been on Yahoo in like 10 years.
I go to all of them. And by the way, I'm proud of my age.
No, I'm not saying it was a joke.
But here's the thing.
You didn't get my. No,
I heard you, but I had to say it. Some people have cognitive dissonance, so I have to speak for that. I know you're smart. Yeah. But the thing is that you go some of these sites like Daily Mail and Storm and some of these sites, all they do is complain, bro. Like they talk about how black people complain, but
so why read it? Why even put that negative energy in your mind?
For me, it's about knowing what's going on. It's about being.
What does that help you with if you said white people run this country?
I cover news on my podcast.
I've seen.
I cover news.
Faison is one of my favorite.
Yeah. So I need to know what's going on.
Absolutely.
I need to know what's going on.
The same reason I read the news.
But I'm not finna sit and just watch. Like I ain't gonna sit down and watch Fox News for more than 5 minutes. I'm not gonna do that. I just check out the clips.
Shouldn't.
But I ain't gonna be.
Do you feel like the news
ratings.
continues to push forward the racist narrative?
Absolutely.
So divided. Divided. We can't.
Look, man, we're definitely stronger together. All of us, not just black people,
whites,
not just
Asians,
black, everybody.
Okay,
we're all.
So where does
we're better when we work together.
Where does the divide come in?
We have people in this country who are hate mongers, and it's beneficial to those people. It's beneficial to those people for us to be separated.
You know who are the most racist people I know?
Who?
Black people.
I knew you were gonna say that.